Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is Game 3 of the American League Championship Series, Year 1 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. The Oakland A's visit the Cleveland Indians. The series is tied at a game apiece, and we have a dandy for you tonight. 20-game winner Tim Hudson goes for the A's against Sam McDowell. McDowell, exceptional in 2 starts against the Red Sox, who the Indians upset in the division series. Cleveland got a fantastic start in Game 2, and that's putting it mildly. Early win took a no-hitter into the 9th in what was eventually a 4-0 Indians win. Wally Shang broke up the no-hitter, leading off the 9th, but the Indians have all the momentum coming in here to Game 3 with their top starter on the mound. McDowell will look to keep up his postseason success. There you see, 1-0 in his 2 starts, 2.25 earned run average. He was terrific both times. Gave up the 3 runs in the 8th inning of his first start, opening up that series against the Red Sox, but he had held them scoreless through 7, and then was dynamite in Game 5. The A's offense has scuffled a bit here in the postseason. Ricky Henderson's going to step in to lead things off for the A's against the Indians. I thank you guys for joining me. Steve Tate, Nathaniel Lentz, how are you, gentlemen? Good to see you, as always. First pitch to Ricky, misses for a ball. McDowell deals, that slider catches the outside corner. If you tuned in for the previous games from Cleveland Stadium, this is a created stadium, and the last time, the stadium overall is good, but the outfield was kind of dark, and the person who created the stadium simply didn't put enough lights on the roof. So I fixed that before, so the game should no longer look like it's being played by car headlight like it did in the Red Sox series. 1-2 the count to Ricky. Fastball inside. Henderson checks his swing. They say he held up, and the count goes to 2-2. McDowell looks in. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Fastball. Henderson chases. McDowell fans Henderson to open things up here in Game 3. Bernard Strom, Gary Sorrell joining us. How are you? Good to see you. Here's Bill North. North gets the start. Strike 1 there to begin the at-bat. Fastball there. Misses just outside. McDowell doesn't like that. He thought that was a good pitch. That one is fouled off. So the count to North 1-2. Here's the delivery. Fastball misses inside. 2-2 the count. McDowell into the windup. There's the delivery. Outside. North chases it. That would have been ball 3. He fouls that one off. Back into the windup again. Tap down to first base. Tomey has it. Touches up for out number 2. Here's to the A's lineup. Henderson, North, and Fox. McGuire, Baker, and Jackson. Semien, Shang, and Bert Campaneris. Campaneris is playing second. Hold on a second. We're gonna. I usually don't do this, but that shouldn't happen. So now I got to see if I can fix that, because Campy didn't really play second base, if I remember right, but Semien has. So I believe that's an error. So I'm going to see if I can. Will it let me fix that? It might not let me fix it at this point. I was hoping that it would. We'll see if we can change that before the bottom half of the inning. First pitch to Fox, misses 1-0. McDowell, fastball, misses down and in. 2-0 the count. Fox hit .328 during the regular season, among the leaders in home runs and RBIs. Fantastic season for Double X. Two and one offering coming here from McDowell. Slider just low, 3-1. Mark McGwire waits on deck. McDowell rears back, fires. Shot just foul outside the first base bag. Fox almost had an extra base hit there down the right field line, but it was just foul. Fights off a fastball there, fouls that one off as well. Bit of a battle going on here. McDowell and Fox, the A's trying to get their lineup going. Another fastball, another one fouled off. McDowell having a hard time putting Fox away here. Shot down to third. Ramirez has it. Throw over to first. And the side is retired. So a long battle between Fox and McDowell. McDowell gets the best of it. A's set aside. Indians coming up here in the bottom of the first. Here's Tim Hudson making his second start of the postseason. He got the win in the clincher, Game 3 against the Angels. All right, here we go. So now I can do this. Bear with me for a moment. We're going to try to fix this. It's gonna make me throw a pitch before I. Oh god, that's annoying. No, not quick manage. Hold on. Manager substitutions. Do you want to swap positions? Yes, there we go. Semien can play second. That's fine. Campaneris there. Oh, Campaneris' secondary positions are all screwed up. All right, I'll fix that after the game. But it'll be fixed for now. There we go. That should work. All right. Apologies for that. I don't know why it did that. So now Campaneris and Semien are in their right spots. First pitch fastball there to Harry Bay. In there for strike one. Bay, 278 in the postseason, making the most of his opportunity. Ground ball to the right side. Tough play. They get him at first, and there's one down. The speedy Bay is retired. Here's the Indians lineup. Bay, Chapman, and Ramirez. Tommy Lajoie and Jose Ramirez. Brantley, Martinez, and Jimenez for the Indians. So Bay turned the side, leading things off. Here's Ray Chapman. Chapman having a fine postseason, batting .333. Dwayne Morris has joined us. How are you, Dwayne? Good to see you as always, sir. Here's the pitch from Hudson. Fastball in there for a called strike. Chapman's big hit, the walk-off homer in Game 3 against the Red Sox in the division series. Chapman lays down a bunt. It's a good one. Shang pops out, throw to first, and Shang airmails it down the right field line. Chapman heading to second. He's going to go all the way to third. Wally Shang airmails his throw on the bunt, and Ray Chapman advances to third with one out here in the first. Good bunt from Chapman. Shang the only guy who had a play at him, and there is nothing Jimmy Fox can do about that. So now here comes the red-hot Manny Ramirez with a runner on third. Curveball misses outside. It's 1-0. Manny hitting .385 in the playoffs. 3 homers, 6 runs batted in. Fastball there from Hudson challenges him and swung on and missed. 1-1 the count. Nice splitter there from Hudson. Locks Ramirez up, and it's 1-2. Hudson shakes the arm out as he looks in. Here's a delivery. Down in the dirt, Ramirez, ground ball to the right side. Nice play by Fox. There's no play at home, though. Fox just takes the out. And the Indians pick up the first run of the game. They lead it 1-0. Terrific play down at first by Fox. Hudson gets over to cover. Fox looked home. Kind of a desperation glance there, but there was no way he was going to make a play on Ray Chapman at the plate. And the Indians have a 1-0 lead. Here's Jim Thome. Thome 192 in the playoffs. Does have 3 home runs. Also drawn a few walks. Slider from Hudson misses outside. Thome 105 runs batted in during the regular season. High fastball from Hudson there. Thome yanks it a long way, but well fouled. Curveball. Down in the dirt. Nathaniel liking the small ball. There you go. Take advantage of the error. Just get that run in. Always want to get that first run on the board. Fly ball out to left. Henderson's underneath it. Puts it away. And the side is retired. But the Indians strike first. The RBI ground out from Manny Ramirez after the big error from Wally Shang. We'll see how costly that becomes. We head to the top of the second. Indians 1. A's 0. Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. Here's Mark McGwire. McGwire .294 in the postseason. 2 homers, 3 RBIs for the Major League RBI leader during the regular season. McGwire 145 RBIs during the regular season. First pitch from McDowell was a high strike call. It's 0-1 the count. You see 48 homers from McGwire. Second in the American League to Ken Griffey Jr. of the Mariners, who swatted 59 long balls to lead the league. And all of baseball. Slider misses inside. Count goes to 1-2. Fastball away. McGwire gets a piece of it. That would have been ball 2. So McDowell has him chasing a little. High fastball blows McGwire away. Second strikeout for McDowell, and McGwire is set aside. Sam McDowell during the regular season, a 4.77 earned run average. It's really simple for him when his control is good. He is very hard to deal with, but his control was erratic far too much during the regular season. He has managed his control beautifully in the playoffs. Just ask the Red Sox. Here's Frank Baker. .316 so far in the playoffs for him. Takes that fastball, yanks it foul. The count's 1-1. Slider there, misses away. 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch. High fastball. That one a bit out of the zone. Three and one to Baker. One down here in the top of the second. Good changeup. McDowell pulls the string on it. Baker swings over the top, and the count is full. Another high fastball there, and Baker fouls it off. A's fighting off a bunch of pitches in the early going. McDowell's already at 30 pitches with one out here in the second. Fastball there, misses inside, ball 4. And home run Baker will take first base with the walk. So that brings up Reggie Jackson. Jackson 125 in the playoffs, trying to get himself on track. Takes a first pitch strike. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up high. One and one the count. Baker on first. McDowell takes a peek and delivers. Fastball outside. Jackson flails at it for strike 2. McDowell to the set again. And Jackson puts this one out in the center. Harry Bay coming on, lays out, and he makes the catch. Harry Bay, an outstanding play there in center. Bay, one of the fastest guys in baseball, makes a terrific grab here to rob Jackson of a base hit. And there's 2 outs here in the top of the second. Again, Bay in the lineup for the injured Larry Doby. Sure, you missed Doby's 100 RBIs. But Harry Bay has brought a little bit of a different wrinkle to this Indians team. Here's Marcus Semien. He has been brutal offensively in this postseason, only batting 100. Swings at the low fastball, fouls it off. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses away. McDowell does not seem to have the same command of his breaking stuff that he has had in his prior 2 playoff appearances. There's another curveball, misses down and away. 3-1 the count. Wally Shang, the man who broke up early Wynn's no-hit bid in the 9th inning of Game 2, waits on deck, hoping for a chance to atone for his error in the first. Fastball there, misses up high, ball 4. So McDowell has walked a pair this inning. That's what's been his bugaboo during the regular season. In steps Shang with 2 outs. Fastball right down the middle, in there for a called strike. Shang 188 so far in the playoffs. This A's lineup scored the 3rd most runs in baseball during the regular season. But they have not seemed as potent in the playoffs, even though they swept the Angels. They did that more on the virtue of pitching and timely hitting rather than mashing. unlike the San Francisco Giants, who are steamrolling the St. Louis Cardinals in the NLCS. 0-2 pitch from McDowell, blows Shang away with the fastball. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Wally Shang grabs a seat, and McDowell gets through the trouble. Third strikeout for McDowell. We go to the bottom of the second. Indians 1, A's nothing. So here's Napoleon Lajoie. Lajoie batting .259 in the playoffs. Swinging a better bat lately. First couple games against the Red Sox, I think he only had one hit in the first 3 games of that series. He started to put it together a bit. Should be huge for this Indians lineup. Strike there, up and in. Lajoie doesn't love that call, but the count goes to 1-1. Hudson winds and delivers. Slider catches the inside corner, 1-2. Hudson rears and fires. Lajoie, hot smash, low line drive. Fox picks it. Second nice defensive play by Jimmy Fox so far in this game, and there's one away. So hard out for Lajoie. Here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez has been exceptional defensively in the postseason, but struggling at the plate. Batting .120 to this point. Slider misses up high. It's 1-0. High fastball there, misses the mark. 2-0 is the count. Shot back up the middle. Backhanded play by Semien. Nice play, but he's not going to have a chance at him at first. Ramirez beats it out for the infield single. Nice backhand play by Semien, ranging to his right. But Ramirez gets down that line a lot better than his build would suggest, and there's one away with the man on first for Michael Brantley. Brantley takes the first pitch fastball for a strike. Brantley at 192 in the playoffs for the Indians. He's played a fine outfield, though, throughout the playoffs. Throw over to first. Ramirez dives back in. Hudson delivers. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. There's the pitch. Hudson misses up high. Hudson takes a quick glance at Ramirez, not really holding him. Fastball swung on and missed. Down goes Brantley. First strikeout for Hudson, and there's 2 away here in the bottom of the second. In steps the catcher, Victor Martinez. 2:31 in the playoffs. First pitch out from Hudson. Nothing doing there. Ramirez stays anchored to first. Hudson from the set delivers. Fastball misses up high. Two and 0 the count to Martinez. Throw over to first. Jose Ramirez gets back. Here's the pitch from Hudson. Fastball in there for a called strike. shot out in the left. Henderson drifting back on it. He'll get there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. So the infield single to Ramirez doesn't lead to anything. We head to the top of the third. Cleveland holding on to a 1-0 lead here in Game 3. In steps Bert Campaneris. Campaneris, one hit. So far in the playoffs, he has been sitting on the bench so far. Semien has been getting the time at short. But Danny Murphy is going to sit today. Semien plays second, Campaneris in at short. Campaneris has hit a walk-off single in Game 2 of the division series against the Angels. He's just trying to get a little bit of a wrinkle to get their offense going. Not that Campaneris is a stellar offensive player, of course, but just changing things up a bit to change the energy. After early win made the A's look like they were sleepwalking through Game 2. 1-2 offering from McDowell. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 3 called, and Campaneris will retreat back to the bench. 4th strikeout for McDowell, 1 away here in the 3rd. Campaneris thought that was outside. Umpire disagrees. So the A's order rolls over. Here comes Rickey Henderson. Rickey is 0 for 1. Curveball swung on and missed. Rickey only batting .227 so far in the playoffs. Managing him is obviously a huge key to success. And he lines this one to left field. That's going to be extra bases. Down the left field line, Henderson around first. He's going to cruise into second with a 1-out double here in the top of the 3rd. Rickey being Rickey pulls in at second. Chattering to nobody in particular. So good cut there from Henderson as he drives it into the corner. Not where McDowell wanted that pitch, and Henderson made him pay for it. So now here's Bill North. North and center for Tilly Walker in this game. Henderson goes to steal third. It's a good throw, but Henderson gets in there. Close play at third, but Rickey gets in ahead of the throw from Victor Martinez, and the tying run is 90 feet away for the A's. There's a pitch, check swing. They say North held up, and the count goes to 2-0. Breaking ball down and in, 3-0 the count. So McDowell definitely fighting it a little bit. We'll see if North has a green light here. He takes the curveball. 3-0 curve, a little bit surprising for McDowell, but it's in the zone for a strike. Fastball misses for ball 4. So another walk from McDowell. Runners are at the corners with 1 out, and here's Jimmy Fox. Fox 1 for 9 in the series. Rounded out his first time up. Keep waiting for this A's lineup to show its muscle. First pitch misses inside. It's down in the dirt. Blocked by Martinez. North takes second. That'll be a wild pitch on McDowell. It was kind of a half-hearted throw down to second by Martinez, like he wasn't sure whether he should or not, with Rickey on third. Blocking that wild pitch, although North was able to take second, saved a run. If that had gotten past Martinez, we'd have a tie game. 1-1 the count here to Fox with 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Second and third for the A's. McDowell delivers. Curveball misses down low. McDowell takes a deep breath as he climbs the hill again. Looks in. Fastball off the plate. Ball 3. Mark McGwire looms on deck. McDowell looks in and delivers. Fastball on the outside corner, 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fox fly ball to center. That's hit well. It'll stay in the yard, but it will bring Henderson home. Bay tracks it down. Runner tags up. Cutoff man is missed. So both runners move up. It's a sacrifice fly for Jimmy Fox. North moves to third, and the A's have tied this game at 1 apiece. So here's Mark McGwire. McGwire struck out his first time up. The lead run is 90 feet away. There are 2 outs here in the third. Fastball there. That's hit well out in the center. Into the gap. Bay gets over there. Can't make the play. McGwire with a looping single into the gap out in left center. North comes home to score. And the A's get RBIs from Fox and McGwire to take a 2-1 lead against Sam McDowell and the Indians here in the third. Ball actually looked like it had a little more juice to it off the bat. So here's Frank Baker. Walked his first time up. McDowell's fastball misses down and in. McGwire not going anywhere at first. Fastball misses down and away, 2-0. That fastball catches the outside corner. Busy day in quote-unquote real-life baseball with the trade deadline. Hopefully your teams did something good. Fastball up high, fouled off. Count goes to 2-2. McDowell looks in. Gets the sign from Martinez. Baker, high fly ball to right. Hooking towards the line. Brantley's there. Puts it away. And the side is retired. But the A's strike for a pair to take the lead here in Game 3. We head to the bottom of the third. Oakland 2, Cleveland 1. Yes, Nathaniel. No, they absolutely did. I mean, I feel like they could have gotten a little bit better in a couple of the prospect hauls, I think. But overall, I think the Mets did, they did the right thing as far as trying to rebuild the minor league system. They were not going to make the playoffs this year. Shot down the left field line, and it is a lead-off double for Andres Jimenez here in the bottom of the third. Good job by Ricky to cut it off, but Jimenez runs well. He's in there with a lead-off double. Order turns over, and here's Harry Bay. Fastball off the plate for ball 1. Bay grounded out his first time up. Robbed on a nice play by Marcus Semien. Splitter misses down low. There's a shot. Through the hole in the right. That's a base hit. Jimenez comes around third. Reggie Jackson comes up throwing. Throw to the plate, not in time. Jimenez scores, and we're knotted up at 2. So the Indians answer to get this game knotted back up. Out of the reach of Semien. But I feel like you have to lay out for that ball and try to keep it on the infield. Good throw from Reggie, but Jimenez in there well ahead. Here's Ray Chapman. Fastball from Hudson right down the middle for strike one. Chapman singled and scored his first time up. Came around, that was a bunt base hit. Wally Shang threw the ball down the right field line. Apparently they felt like Chapman would have beat it anyway, and they may very well be right. So they called that a bunt single and a two-base error. Bay very speedy at first. We'll see if they decide to send it. Chapman's in an 0-2 hole here. There's the pitch down in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Shang. Throws it down to first. Bay is able to get back. Hudson hangs that one a bit. It's lashed out into right for a base hit. Catches Reggie on a little bit of an in-between hop, but he stays with it nicely. Bay a little surprised he held it second. But the Indians have two on with nobody out here in the bottom of the third from Manny Ramirez. First pitch swinging at the fastball, fouls it off. Manny had that RBI ground out that brought Chapman home back in the first. Manny has been swinging a red-hot bat here in the playoffs. Pops this one foul towards the seats. Nobody gets there. And the count goes to 0-2. Hudson looks in. Ramirez, ground ball through the hole in the left. That's a base hit. Bay comes around third. He's going to score easily. It's an RBI single from Manny Ramirez, who continues to produce, and the Indians have reclaimed the lead at 3-2. Perfectly placed in the hole by Manny. And the train keeps rolling. First and second, nobody out. Here's Jim Thome. And Hudson's got to be careful here. Thome 0 for 1. He is only hitting 185 in the playoffs, but he has put 3 out of the park, including a shot in Game 2. Fastball fouled off. There's a low and ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Single in the center for Thome. Run comes around. Chapman scores, and it's 4-2 Cleveland. So the Indians answer the A's. 2 runs in the top half. You know, the A's lineup got an awful lot of talk. But this Indians lineup was 5th in all of baseball in runs scored. Here's Napoleon Lajoie. Lajoie 0 for 1. Shot out to right. Jackson makes the catch. Runner tags up. Jackson's throw is offline. Manny tags up and takes third, and there's one away. Centeno says they should have asked for more. Not the way Scherzer's pitching this year, they couldn't have. They wouldn't have gotten any more. Plus, with his injury history, you know, if Verlander had gone to Texas, they could have asked for more, but they weren't going to get more than. And Acuna's brother is a very well-regarded prospect. But with Scherzer, between the injury history and just plain ineffectiveness, I don't think they could have done much better on that deal than they did. Wild pitch there from Hudson, gets past Shang. Runner moves up, second and third, and Tim Hudson struggling here in the bottom of the third. Fastball misses outside, counts 2-1. I mean, Scherzer, for one thing, has been a home run machine as far as home runs given up. And listen, he's Max Scherzer. He's still going to be solid. But You know, I mean, he's been injured twice. You know, it's just he's always kind of got some kind of an ailment coming down the stretch. I just don't think they could have gotten anything significantly more than they did. That one is fouled off down the left-hand side, gets into the seats. Second and third, one out. This is a huge at-bat here. Hudson against Jose Ramirez. On the outside corner, strike three called on the fastball. Ramirez doesn't like it, but that's a good pitch from Hudson. Certainly looked like a strike, his second strikeout, as Hudson tries to keep this game from getting out of hand. Here's Michael Brantley. Brantley's 0 for 1. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit for Michael Brantley. North comes in, makes the throw home. It's offline, 2-run score, and it is 6-2 Cleveland in the bottom of the third. The Indians have answered, and answered in a big, big way. And this now gets very interesting. Obviously, plenty of game left. Certainly don't want to call a game done in the third, but the underdog Indians may very well take a 2-1 lead here. This series has the makings of setting up for a long one. The Giants, up 3-0 on the Cardinals, may very well sweep that series. And then the Giants can just sit and wait and let these two teams beat each other up. Pickoff throw to first. Brantley dives back in. One and one the count. Fastball misses up high. Runner goes. And they get him. Close play at second, but a good throw from Shang. So the Indians try to keep the pressure on. But Brantley is thrown out. That was a close play. You know what? We're going to take advantage of the replay feature here. And let's see if the ump blew that, because that looked really close. Well, I always struggle with this camera. I'm terrible. Let's check the throw down. Ooh. That's a debatable call there. That's a debatable call. So Sam McDowell now takes the mound here in the top of the fourth with a 4-run lead. Indians up 6-2. And now McDowell, who has scuffled a bit in this one, tries to settle in. See, Dwayne asks, does the game have mound visits? Can't believe it. You know what? You can do a mound visit when you're managing, like as a player and controlling it. But I think when it's just the computer controlling it, I kind of think they do it like assumed mound visits. They don't show the mound visit if the computer does it. Because basically the mound visit thing is designed to kind of, and they should, they may just not do them at all, but I don't think that's the case. Because there are mound visits in the game. Like I could go in and call for somebody to come out now. And it can affect the pitcher's confidence rating, as McDowell picks up strikeout number 5. See fans Reggie Jackson, who just continues to struggle here in the playoffs. But basically it can be used obviously to get your bullpen going, but can also kind of impact the pitcher's confidence level, which is kind of like a bonus that it gives him while he's pitching, based on like his clutch ratings and things like that. So here's Marcus Semien. Semien takes a first pitch strike. Down past diving Jose Ramirez. It's a base hit for Semien. The 1-out single in the left. Yeah, I mean, they certainly should show it, even if it's just the computer, doing it, just let you know that it's happened. And again, these are the things, I think about it, broadcasting games. Like, I want to see all that stuff. There's not many people broadcasting their games. Again, I don't expect them to tailor make the game for me. But I just think that'd be a cool thing to see. Shang takes ball 1. Struck out back in the second. One out, runner on first. McDowell could use a relatively easy inning here. Shang can be doubled up. Called strike there, gets it to 1-1. Throw over to first. Runner dives back in. Fastball misses up high. McDowell comes to the set, takes a peek at Semien and delivers. Shang fouls it, almost drills the ump. Nice acrobatics by the first base umpire to get out of the way there. And the count goes to 2-2. Oh my goodness, change up. That looked down and in, but Shang gets rung up. 6th strikeout for McDowell. That is a debatable call. That actually acts like it clips the corner, but it certainly didn't look it. It also looked like it was low. But Shang goes down. Here's Campaneris with 2 outs in the 4th. Pitch out, runner doesn't go. Keep on waiting for this A's lineup to break out in Giants-like fashion, and so far, they have not been able to do it. Fastball misses down low, 2-0 the count. Fastball from McDowell, they call that one outside. Ricky Henderson waits on deck. Henderson doubled to get Oakland's 2-out rally going earlier. And now they're going to ask Ricky to try to do something here. Another walk from McDowell, who's had a kind of an odd outing to this point. Piling up the strikeouts and a few walks. Here's Ricky Henderson. 1st and 2nd, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Change-up misses down and in. Neither McDowell nor Tim Hudson, obviously Hudson's case, judging by the 6 Cleveland runs, have been sharp to this point. McDowell has worked through it. Ground ball to short. Chapman goes the short way. They get the force at second, and the side is retired. So the A's strand 2. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Cleveland 6, Oakland 2, Game 3 of the American League Championship Series. The series is tied at a game apiece. Here's Victor Martinez. He's 0 for 1. Flew out back in the 2nd. He is 1 for 9 in the series to this point. I'm actually very surprised that Tim Hudson is still in this game. Oakland not wanting to burn through the pen. So Oakland, and the result of this game will have something to say about it. Pitch swung on in the dirt. Martinez thrown out. Hudson picks up his 3rd strikeout. But they've got tons of guys out in that bullpen. Guys like Jack Coombs, could come in and throw for them out of the pen. That it's not they have to use their late relief guys yet. So I am a bit surprised. But I'm not paid to manage. Fastball in there for a call, strike one. The effective wildness that Dwayne mentions as far as McDowell was true. He struck out 6. He's walked, I believe, 4. His pitch count is way up there. It's going to be interesting to see how the Indians navigate it. But depending on the result of this game, the A's are going to have a decision to make. Do you bring Rube Waddell back on 3 days rest, or do you pitch Catfish Hunter in Game 4? If they were to win this game, you can make the argument, throw Hunter in Game 4, and then get Waddell on full rest to come back in Game 5. But if you go down 2-1 in the series, you might want to bring Waddell back on that short rest. There's a dunk down the left field line, cut off by Henderson. Going to go for 2 anyway. Throw into second, offline. It's another double for Jimenez. And the Indians have a runner in scoring position once again. The Indians will also have a decision to make for Game 4. They could turn to Trevor Bauer or bring George Uhl back on 3 days rest. Shot out to right, going back on it is Jackson. He's there. Puts it away. Runner's going to tag, though, and move up to third. Uhl had the best ERA on the staff. He won 16 games, 3.03 during the regular season, but Uhl got hammered in Game 1. Did not have a great start there. So both teams will have decisions to make. I think the A's decision is a little bit more difficult. Fly ball out to center. North puts it away, and the side is retired. So Hudson gets in and out of trouble. We head to the top of the 5th here in Cleveland. Indians looking to take a 2-1 series lead. They lead it 6-2. Here's Bill North. He's 0 for 1. He's walked and scored. McDowell at 84 pitches through 4. Fastball in there for a call strike. Steve Tate smells a long ball. Let's see. The A's just have to break out. North tries to bunt his way on. He pops it up. Tomei snags it, and there's one away. Now here comes Double X Jimmy Fox. Fox with the sacrifice fly his last time up. Hope all is well there, Steve. I hope your basketball project, I've caught a couple of those videos that you've done for the Action PC basketball. They just released the new version, I think. Right? That's I don't know if what you were doing was with the older one or with the newly released 2023 version. But as always, enjoy seeing your process, how you do the stuff that you do. Fly ball in the center. Work on that project now. There you go. Work on one sport, listen to the other. Oh, I thought I saw on the Facebook group that the link. I thought that it was out already. I didn't realize it still was out in a couple weeks. So Fox flies out to center, 2 away. Here's McGuire. First pitch fastball fouled off. McGuire on a line, on a rope, but Chapman snags it for out number 3. So a much-needed 1-2-3 inning for Sam McDowell. We're midway through here in Cleveland. The Indians lead at 6-2. And they're going to push Hudson into this 5th. How about that? I've talked before about how one of the things that I really wish the show would implement No, Nathaniel, Steve's doing work for a new version of Action PC Basketball. That's what I was talking. That's what I was referencing and talking to him. No, the show won't have another version out until next year. But I've talked before about one of the things that might get me to buy 24, I guess, when the show 24 comes out, is if they brought manager tendencies in, because it kind of feels like there are manager tendencies, but you can't see them or edit them. Like, this is a bit unusual. I think that Hudson is still being ridden here. So I do think as he blows Manny Ramirez away, it makes me look like a jerk, acting like he can't throw anymore. 4th strikeout for Hudson. As Jim Thome steps in. But I kind of feel like the managers all have their own tendencies. It's just kind of hard-coded into them. And so they don't even show you those tendencies. I want to be able to edit the managers. It'd just be it seems like such an easy thing to be able to implement. So Thome 1 for 2. Takes the first pitch, strike there. Fastball high. Thome fouls it back. That slider misses away. Count goes to 1-2. If you missed it earlier on, please check out Bernard Strom's excellent channel. He had a baseball broadcast earlier on tonight with his 1912 Red Sox. If I remember correctly, it was the 1912 Red Sox. Slider misses inside, counts 2-2. So the A's for Game 4 will have a choice. Again, Catfish Hunter, 14-8, 3.17 during the regular season. Thome fly ball to left. Henderson doesn't have to move much. Puts it away. For out number 2. So if you're the A's, do you go to Hunter there and then let Waddell go to full rest? As Lajoie steps in, Lajoie 0 for 2. Or do you turn to Waddell? Again, if you're down in the series, wonder if you go to Waddell for Game 4 so that you could bring him back again potentially you'd have to do it again on 3 days rest, but could potentially bring him back for a Game 7 as Lajoie lines a base hit into left. And that's going to be it for Hudson. So the A's stretched Hudson as well as they could, given his struggles on the night. A dejected Tim Hudson walks off the mound knowing he did not get his job done this evening. Here's Jack Coombs. Coombs in the playoffs. This will be his 6th appearance. I'm sorry, that's his regular season stats. So Coombs was a late season call-up from the minors. He only made 5 appearances during the regular season, 2-2. Mark for Coombs, and now comes in to try to help the A's get through this game without burning their pen. Coombs has plenty of stamina, so if he pitches well, he'll stay in. As you mentioned, will probably get tired in a week or so and then head back to baseball. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about the creation stuff. It's funny, like when I was listening to Bernard's broadcast earlier, I was working also, but I had kind of my work laptop and my personal laptop up, and I've started compiling player ratings for the incoming draftees for this league, so that once this season wraps up, I can get the draft class implemented and not have a long lag between seasons. But all the creation stuff, certainly time consuming. So we head to the top of the 6th as the side is retired there. Coombs gets the man, and that's it for Sam McDowell. So McDowell goes 5. We're going to take a quick box score check. I don't do this enough. As Todd B joins us, I was wondering where one of our resident Indians fans were. Frank Baker steps in here. Baker walked in the 2nd. We're going to get I just want to check the box score on McDowell's final line. So McDowell goes 5. He allows only 3 hits. He strikes out 6, walks 4, allows 2 runs. They don't show me the pitching. They don't show me the pitch count. But McDowell was up near 100. So here's Joe Schott. Ground ball from Baker down to Ramirez at third. 4-1 away. What are your thoughts on doing a similar project to what you've done here, but with NBA 2K basketball? Yes, it absolutely is editable, and the My Eras thing is great. It's really easy to move players around and stuff like that, so you could absolutely do it. And the advantage that NBA 2K has is Steve Carsey and Mel Harder throwing in the Indians' bullpen, so the Indians are going to try to piece this together. Joe Schott did a great job. I think it was in game 1. Yes, you can create a player from scratch. 2K has a couple of great things going for it. It's got like a player. It has a thing called player DNA, where, for one thing, its My Eras thing has basically every player in basketball from 1983 to the present. I'd say it probably has about 85% of the players in the game, because it has each season. So you can play any season from 1983 to the present. It's something that's not been done anywhere else on consoles. Nice backhanded play by Lajoie. And Reggie Jackson cannot buy a hit. Napoleon Lajoie with an outstanding play there to get Jackson. Oh, wait a second. Did they say Jackson beat that out? Hold on. Wait a second. That didn't look like Reggie beat that out. I will get to your questions in a minute. Yeah. Oh, and that was Chapman. Chapman was playing him to pull. It was in the dirt. I didn't see that. Told me wasn't able to scoop the throw out. All right, so it's an infield hit for Jackson. So 1 out, man on first. Here's Marcus Semien. So yes, you can create a player from scratch. You can also export any player from basically any player from 1983 to the present, and then move them into the league that you're doing. You can clone players. And yes, 2K is for PC as well, but my understanding is that the PC version is a year behind. So I don't know if the current PC version has the My Eras thing, which was a new thing for this year. Schott picks up the strikeout of Semien there for out number 2. So just have to check that, because I think the PC version is like a year behind the console version. So you might have to wait for the new version of NBA 2K to come out for the PC. But just try to Google that or look up the info on that. But I don't want you to go out and buy the current version of 2K for PC and then not be able to do what you want to do. But the really cool thing that 2K has is you can also create the custom draft classes. So you could do a project like this and then basically create 2 players per team for the draft, and then just go through the rookie draft and draft the guys appropriately. And you can create all those draft classes in advance and just save them and use them as you need them. So it's really, really seamless. Fastball on the outside corner. Shang goes down looking. Terrific work from Joe Schott out of the Indians' bullpen. Brantley, Martinez, and Jimenez coming up for the Indians will try to extend their lead as they are up 6-2 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Leading off for Cleveland, the right fielder, number 6.
But as far as features go, I don't think the PC version has everything that the I've seen a few people mention this in my YouTube streams from my project for 2K. A few people had mentioned that the PC version didn't have the same capabilities as the console version. Ground ball to the right-hand side. Simeon has it. Throws Brantley out.
The catcher, number 41.
And there's one away.
Martinez.
So here's Victor Martinez. Martinez 0-2, struck out and flew out. Fastball from Coombs in there for a called strike. There's a shot out in the center. It's going to fall in front of North for a base hit. It's a one-out single for Victor Martinez.
Now batting, number 7.
Good piece of hitting from Martinez, who strokes that one in the center. So now here's Andres Jimenez, 2 for 2, a pair of doubles so far. Runner goes. Jimenez fouls it off. One the count. Fastball misses outside. It's 1-1. Curveball misses away. It's 2-1. I haven't looked into 2K24. I probably won't get it. I probably will wait till 25. Generally speaking, I just don't feel like the changes warrant getting a game every year at this point in any of these kind of established franchises. 2K23 is a great game, and it does everything that I need it to do for the moment now. Fly ball out to right center. Jackson ranging over, puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, number 60.
So Coombs doing a solid job so far. Here's Harry Bay. Bay 1 for 3. The single run scored, drove in a run as well. Todd has a question, and now he's keeping us all in suspense. 0-1 the count to Bay. Fastball down low. Pitch from Coombs at the knees. Fastball for a strike. It's 1-2. Tomorrow we'll probably have a broadcast in the afternoon. I'll probably be able to do Game 4 of the Cardinals and Giants sometime around 12:30 tomorrow. Don't know if I'll have a broadcast tomorrow night. Bay lines a single in the left. So first and second, 2 down. Good piece of hitting there by Bay. That's a tailing 2-seam fastball, and Bay goes along with it. Good piece of hitting. Here's Ray Chapman. Chapman 2 for 3. Curveball misses down and in. Again, this Indians lineup seems like, for the most part, they're kind of finding their way a bit. The A's lineup has scuffled throughout this postseason. We've talked about that now over the past couple games. Of course, yesterday's was prompted by Early Wynn taking the no-hitter into the ninth. Just a fantastic performance. Jam shot here out in the center. Campaneris goes out in the shallow center and makes the play to retire the side. Nice play, Bert Campaneris. We are 2/3 of the way through. We head to the top of the 7th. The A's have some work to do. They trail 6-2. Campaneris leads things off. Joe Schott staying in for Cleveland to work another inning of relief, or at least start it. Fastball misses up high. Shot through the right-hand side past Lajoie. Or a base hit in the right. Lajoie was playing in the pull a little bit. And Campaneris was able to shoot one through the hole for a leadoff single. Feels like Oakland needs to do something here. They don't need to make up the whole deficit here in the 7th, but it feels like they do need to put a number on the board. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson 1 for 3. Hard ground ball to second. This could be 2. Lajoie to Chapman on the first, and they double up Ricky. A 4-6-3. Hit about the only way you're going to double up Ricky Henderson. Hard shot right at Lajoie. And the Indians, things going their way. 2 down. Here's Bill North. Chases the fastball, fouls it off. North 0 for 2. He also walked and scored a run. There's a shot down the right field line, slicing away, but it falls in. Fair ball. Brantley cuts it off, but North, very quick, gets himself into second with a 2-out double. So North serves that one out into right. Brantley did a good job to get there and play it on the hop. But he was not going to throw out Bill North there, and now here's Jimmy Fox. Fox 0 for 2. Fastball from Schott, called outside. That looked like a good pitch. Schott takes a peek at North. And Fox, tapper, out in front of the plate. Schott charges. Tough play, and he gets him. Joe Schott pounces off the mound and gets Jimmy Fox. The side is retired. 7th inning stretch time in Cleveland. The Indians lead the A's 6-2. Part of the order coming up for Cleveland. In steps Manny Ramirez to face Jack Coombs. Ramirez 1 for 3, a single and a pair of RBIs. He's 4 for 11 in the series. He's driven in 4 runs. Basically, the only thing that Manny hasn't done was make the catch to save Early Wynn's no-hitter yesterday. Tough play. Off the bat of Wally Shang, a sinking liner. Ramirez laid out for it, got a tip of the glove on it, but couldn't come up with it. The only hit for the A's in yesterday's 4-0 win for Cleveland. Ramirez fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Pitch from Coombs. Ramirez fouls it off. Breaking ball down and in, 2-2. Coombs looks in and deals. Fastball fouled back. Here's the pitch. Pops straight up the chute. Goes back a little bit. Shang sheds the mask. Puts it away, and there's one down.
Now batting, number 25.
So frustrated Manny. Here's Jim Thome. Thome 1 for 3. RBI single his last time up. Fastball in there for a called strike. Actually, that wasn't Thome's last time up. It was the time before it. Curveball down in the dirt. Count goes to 1-1. Another curveball from Coombs misses away. Again, this Indians team, a disappointment in the first half of the year. But nobody else in the AL Central could put the Indians in the rear view. And once the Indians righted their ship, they were able to run away with that Central Division. Indians have played great baseball for more than 2 months. So Thome draws the 1-out walk. Here comes Lajoie. Lajoie is 1 for 3. First pitch fastball misses down low. There's a shot out into left center. Coming on, Ricky gets there. Henderson snags it for out number 2.
The batter, the third baseman, Jose.
So here's Jose Ramirez. Ramirez 1 for 3. He singled back in the second for his first hit of the series. He is 1 for 11 here in the ALCS. Curveball misses down low. It's 1-0. Fastball in there for a called strike. 1-1. Coombs delivers. Ramirez yanks this one hard and deep to right. Jackson goes back on it. At the wall, it's off the wall. Gets past Jackson. North backs him up. Ramirez is around second. Runner comes home. Safe at the plate as Thome scores. It's a triple for Jose Ramirez. And the Indians take a 7-2 lead. Ramirez scalded this one straight over the head of Reggie Jackson. Bounces off the wall. Ramirez did not miss a 2-run homer by much. But the Indians, pouring it on, have a 7-2 lead here in the bottom of the 7th. Michael Brantley fouls it off. Coombs delivers. Fastball misses up high. That one's fouled off. One and 2 the count. Looping shot in the left. Henderson comes on. He's got to play it on the hop. Another run scores. So Ramirez crosses the plate, and it's 8-2 Cleveland. Michael Brantley gets into the act. Remember, the A's had the best record in the FSBL during the regular season. They won 111 games. This team has not dealt with adversity. They won their division by 28 games. They swept the Angels in the division series. So it's going to be interesting to see how the A's handle being punched in the mouth. Fastball in there for a called strike. It's 1-1 to Victor Martinez. Shot over the head of Frank Baker. It's a base hit in the left. So Coombs getting touched up a bit here. Seemingly out of nowhere. He was throwing well. But the Indians have measured him, and that's going to be it for Coombs. Justin Dukeshire comes in, his third appearance of the postseason. He comes in to face Andres Jimenez. Jimenez is 2 for 3. 2 outs, first and second. Shot out into the gap in right center. That's a base hit. Run will come around to score. It is 9-2 Cleveland. Andres Jimenez is third hit of the game, and the Indians are pouring it on. This is like the crowd in Major League when they get excited and the team gets good. No angry drummer guy here at Cleveland Stadium. Here's Harry Bay. Bay 2 for 4. Pair of singles with a run scored and an RBI. So after taking game 1, the Indians will have been 1 hit by early win in game 2, and unless something dramatically changes, routed here by the Indians here in game 3. Grant Balfour and Andrew Bailey throwing in the A's bullpen. Fastball misses up high. 3-1 the count to Bay. Ray Chapman waits on deck. No, I'm with you, Nathaniel. That certainly didn't see. I figured it would be a tight game. I figured if anybody broke out tonight, I thought the A's would break out, actually. I wouldn't. McDowell's control problems didn't shock me. He was inconsistent all year. He had 2 great starts. So I wasn't betting on him having a third one. Diving stop by Baker, knocks it down, but he won't have a play on anybody. And the bases are stacked for Ray Chapman. Nothing going right for the A's, everything going right for the Indians. Chapman 2 for 4, pair of singles, a pair of runs scored. Especially watching, because their teams are so similar, watching the Giants just pummel the ball in that series against the Cardinals, through the first 3 games, kind of waiting for the A's to do the same thing, and they haven't. That Angels series, they got the big hit when they needed it, but they didn't rout the Angels by any means, even though they swept them. It was 3 low-scoring, 1-run games. Chapman knocks this one foul. Counts it 2-2. Dukeshire looks in. Delivers. Chapman fouls another one off. Back to the mound. Flip home, actually. Interesting play there from Dukeshire, although he was coming towards the plate, so it's actually a fairly smart play. And the side is retired, but the Indians pad their lead. We head to the top of the 8th. Cleveland 9, Oakland 2. Here's Mark McGwire, 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Give me a moment here. I'm going to drop out of the broadcast for 1 minute.
Third baseman, home run, Baker. The right fielder, number 9, Reggie Jackson.
Apologies there. Dog needed to be taken out. That's why they don't let pets in the broadcast booth. So first and second, nobody out. Here's Reggie Jackson. 1-1 the count. Todd knows this A's may be pulling a 2001 Mariners. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. I'll do the poll thing and see what people think about Game 4. And Reggie just continues to stink up the joint. Goes down there to the curveball. Shaw's doing a nice job out of the Indians bullpen. But, do you bring Waddell back on the 3 days rest to pitch Game 4 and try to get you back level? Or do you rely on Catfish Hunter to pitch that Game 4, hope that he can get you level, and then Waddell gets to pitch Game 5 and try to get you back in front in the series? Waddell's going to be the outstanding pitcher, and I mean, Hunter was terrific during the season, but Waddell was probably the best pitcher in the American League. No, they don't do ejections. They don't do brawls either. The brawl thing, I guarantee you, is part of the MLB licensing agreement. That the MLB won't let them do that. That I'm very confident about. The ejection thing would be kind of funny, but so 2-1 the count to Semien. Line shot right at Jose Ramirez, and that's just the way it's gone. Semien hits that one on the screws, but right at Ramirez for the second out. So here's Wally Shang. Shang 0 for 3. Struck out his last time up. Fastball swung on and missed. Yes, it did, way back when. I worked on MVP 2005. Oh, 0-2 to Shang. Takes that one low. Jam shot. Lajoie gets there. Nice play, Napoleon Lajoie. That was an awkward play, but Lajoie got over there quickly. His defense has been great all postseason. So we head to the bottom of the 8th. Indians getting it done. 9-2 over Oakland. Here's Manny. 1 for 4, single, a pair of RBIs. Run scored. Curveball misses away. I put so much work into fixing MVP 2005. I got a silly amount of money donations wise for the work I did on that game to try to make it playable because there was so much wrong with it. It's going way, way back. Curveball there. Ramirez takes it. Lou Piniella coming out and throwing bases or whatever. But yeah, I guarantee you that stuff and the brawls and some of that is all part of the licensing agreement. Like they won't let that be in the games. Swung on and missed. Gets Ramirez with the cutter for the first out.
The batter, number 25. The batter, number 0.
Tim Raines. No Tim Raines adjusted the rocks. Man, Tim Raines was a great player, though. I loved Tim Raines. Those Expos teams were so good. They had so much talent on them. Player, it will do that, but it won't let you use that technology for creating a player like for franchise mode or something like that, which just strikes me as totally silly. Like, if you have the technology involved in the game, why wouldn't you just, I'm all about customization, obviously, doing roster projects and all that kind of stuff. Like, don't like tease me with a feature, but then limit how I can use it. I just find that to be such just an annoying business model. Like, it's all sitting right there for you. So just let me be able to use it. The same thing with the stadium creator So the Metrodome is one of the classic stadiums that that come with it. As the force out there to end the 8th inning, A's will get their last chance here in the top of the 9th, down 7. Lots of work to do. So like you create this stadium creator for people, and it's great, but you can't create a turf ballpark. You can't create a dome stadium. You already have domes in the game. You have a turf field in the game, but you won't let me access it when it comes to stadium creation. That makes no sense. Like, it's all there for you already. When silly things like the old 23 has Negro Leaguers. They do a whole like Negro League history thing in the game that is supposedly really, really cool. And you've got the old-time players, and they have them with like the flapless batting helmets and all that kind of stuff, like the old-time guys would play with, which was great. Except when you create players, those helmets aren't available to you. So like if you create an old-time player, you have to put them in the modern-style batting helmet. Again, like it's already in the game. Why would you limit me? It's stuff like that is just so pointless. But alas, it is what it is. Curveball there, and Ricky goes down looking. Shaw has been outstanding in relief of McDowell here. It's also preserved the Cleveland bullpen, which is really going to be fresh between this and the early win game in Game 2. Plus, there was the off day in between. So the Indians bullpen, everybody's going to be nicely rested. Just serve them well going forward. Fly ball to the right, diving. Oh, Brantley can't come up with it. It's a blue base hit. I'm guessing there are some pretty good mods of players like this. Yeah, I'm not a great face creator. What I did with this, and I mean, I've created about a third of the faces, I guess, in this project. Most of them are models that other guys had created, and then I copied those models, and then I updated the ratings with my ratings formulas. But the face models I didn't do. When this first started, I posted right around when I did the opening day thing. I guess that was back in like March or April, whatever it was. I posted like the tag names for the guys whose rosters I used as a base to have their models, just to give those guys credit, because, like I said, I've gotten to the point where I'm adequate at face creation, but there are some guys who will just have a real talent for it. I am not one of those people. 1-2 count to Fox here with 1 out in the 9th. Oh, Fox goes down swinging, and the A's are down to the final out. 5th strikeout for Joe Shaw in relief. You could not ask for a better outing out of him. Hard to believe the A's only have 2 runs in this game, given that McDowell was scuffling and they got him out of there in 5. Good night, Steve. Thanks for checking in, man. Always good to chat with you a bit. Staying to the end. Popped up, foul ground. Ramirez under it, puts it away, and the Cleveland Indians are turning this postseason on its ear. The underdog Indians now have a 2-1 series lead. A dominant performance here, a 9-2 win. McDowell scuffles his way through, but still gets the win. He bent, but he didn't break. Joe Shaw does a great job out of the bullpen, and the Indians batter A's pitching for 18 hits. 9 runs, 18 hits, no errors. A's fans cheering them. McDowell gets the win. Joe Shaw gets the extended save. Tim Hudson not sharp tonight. So the whole presumed... Yeah, you're in Cleveland. This is yes, Game 3 in Cleveland. Series started off in Oakland. But, I mean, the Indians have kind of came in here as the underdog, the whole presumed A's versus Giants thing. And the Indians not having much of it. So now we'll see what the A's do for Game 4. We'll see what the Indians do for Game 4 also. Again, Indians can go with either George Uhl and hope he bounces back, or go with Trevor Bauer, but Bauer stunk up the joint in his start against the Red Sox in Game 4 of the division series. And as for Oakland, it's really just a matter of whether they take their chances, and Catfish Hunter was great during the regular season. Go with Hunter in Game 4, and then bring Waddell back on full rest in Game 5. Or if they don't want to wait and get Waddell in on 3 days rest for Game 4. Again, Waddell, probably the outstanding pitcher in the American League for the season. So this broadcast took a while. This game, the other games have been pretty crisp. This one took a bit. Lots of pitches, neither Hudson or McDowell that sharp early on. So I thank you guys for sticking with me. It's been a long night. Again, tomorrow, probably have a 12:30 broadcast of the Cardinals-Giants Game 4, and possibly a late-night broadcast tomorrow. Tomorrow night, I may not do a broadcast tomorrow night. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. But I thank all you guys for joining me. Todd, Nathaniel, Steve Tate making a special guest appearance. Always good to see. Dwayne Martz, Bernard Strom. Scrolling back through to see if I missed anybody along the way in this one. Let's chat. Gary Sorrell was here. Gary's just waiting for me to get football going again. Which I'll probably have a football game this week. My pleasure, Dwayne. Thanks for checking in, pal. You guys all have a wonderful night. The Cleveland Indians trying to see if they can upset the apple cart. They're halfway there. They've got 2 of the wins. Enjoy your night, guys. Be good to each other, and we'll talk soon.